Well, I ended up applying for a job at the Barrier Lake Visitor Center, Kananaskis. And that went on and on. I think, how many years did I spend there? At least 20 years, but it's probably more. Because how do you measure it? So there I am in Kananaskis, and I'm working in the information, and I'm doing a bunch of other little things too. I never quit skiing or hiking until I moved to the Canmore Hospital, and then I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't do it. That was the end of my activities.
How long ago was that? Roughly.
I'm trying to think. Well, I've been in Hawthorne since August, and I was in Canmore Hospital prior to that
I see.
for about 4 months.
So you would have been skiing until you were 80.
Oh, yeah. Skiing, hiking, everything. Dragging people through the mountains.
Good.
Yeah, I unintentionally started a hiking group and dragged these people in the mountains.
What did you love
They
most
didn't
of-
want to ski, they wanted to snowshoe.
I see.
Skiing took more talent, and they were older and retired, mostly. They were me. See, Canmore was more like a developed, it was a different ball of wax.
Yeah.
No, you know, it's, it's like I met this lady when I was in, 2 or 3 months ago, and I woke up one morning and I felt so good. I decided I'd go to church, and I hadn't been to church for so long because of all the hospital stuff. And so I got up and I got dressed and I called a taxi, and they took me to the church. And when I came out of the service, I was looking for a quiet place to call on the taxi to take me home. And I was converged on by all these gray-haired, white-haired ladies, and they all wanted to help me. And I was just looking for a place to sit down to call a taxi. And these ladies all wanted to help me. And one of them said, "Well, where do you live?" And I said, "Oh, up there, Fireside or something." And she said, "Well, I live up there. I'll take you there." So she took me there, and I got a new friend. Yeah, she's still my friend, and she takes me places because she's got a car. You know, one thing I did do quite a bit of was organize a backcountry ski week in real backcountry, like fly in and ski for a week. And I met so many interesting people that came on those ski weeks I organized. See, you have to gauge people on what's their experience, because they can have big problems. So I would suggest that they just try exploring, because you got to work into it. You can't just become a great Kananaskis explorer or whatever. You got to drift in to find what your love is, because your love is going to be different than everyone else's. I've had a wonderful life, just wonderful. Hasn't been perfect, but it's a wonderful life. I've done so many interesting things, you know, scrambling around the mountains, and the people that are so worried about me. I mean, even now I think it's funny, worried about me getting out of the car. What about worrying about me as I try to get over this log? They don't have a concept, and I don't think I can give them a concept. Not unless they've lived a kind of similar life. Everybody's different.